This is your business brief brought to you by the Associated Industries of Florida, the voice of Florida business. Major business news from the Capitol in just minutes. This week marks the halfway point of session, with committees in both the Legislature and Constitution Revision Commission wrapping up their respective business. Associated Industries took action on legislation this week that would impact not only Florida's business community, but its citizens as well. Associated Industries Senior Vice President of State and Federal Affairs, Brewster Beavis, spoke against House Bill 691 by Representative George Moritas.
We oppose this piece of legislation for one of the reason that Governor Gotkamp said is an erosion of our currently very good public records law. In addition, we are very fearful that our members, our businesses who have, and our citizens who have items in self-storage won't be able to get their notification. I think what we have here in place in Florida, a very robust public notice law, needs to stay, and we ask your opposition to this piece of legislation.
This legislation revises the public notice requirement to advertise the sale of a self-storage facility in a newspaper of general circulation. Associated Industries believes in upholding public notice requirements as defined in current law to promote transparency and protect due process rights. Brewster Beavis also spoke against a measure that would prohibit health insurers from retroactively denying a claim.
AIF, we are very concerned that with enactment of this piece of legislation, we will see an increased cost of health care premiums for Florida's businesses. And we just don't believe, AIF cannot sit idly by and watch an expansion of what some would argue is one of the worst policy decisions made in our country, to have that codified in the state law.
Both House Bill 217 by Representative Bill Hager and Senate Bill 162 by Senator Greg Steube were heard this week and passed. By removing insurers' ability to deny claims made by those who have not paid their premiums and are therefore not covered, the entire cost of the claim is shifted to the insurer, causing the cost of health care to rise across the board. House Bill 280, relating to telehealth by Senator Aaron Bean, was heard by the Senate Committee on Health Policy and passed. Telehealth, an issue that Associated Industries has long supported, will allow Floridians to have access to health care outside the state via video conferencing, virtually connecting patients with the care they need and could not otherwise receive. Associated Industries supports legislation that permits an unfettered role for telehealth services that will allow our citizens access to better quality care at lower costs and help solve the growing healthcare professional shortage. In the last week the Constitution Revision Commission committees met, Associated Industries took action on the following proposals. Proposal 99 by Commissioner Timothy Serio amends Article 10, Section 25 of the Constitution to specify that a patient's right to know about adverse medical incidents does not revoke attorney-client privilege or work product doctrines available under law. The proposal also provides that a healthcare facility or healthcare provider that violates the requirements of Article 10, Section 25 may be subject to administrative discipline as provided by law. Associated Industries supports this proposal that strikes a crucial balance between interests and preserves the original intent of a patient's right to know. Proposal 91 by Commissioner Jackie Thurlow-Lipich prohibits oil and gas drilling for exploration or extrication in all of the state's territorial seas. Associated Industries opposes this proposal due to the impacts it could have on the use of Florida's natural resources that citizens rely on every day. Further, Associated Industries does not believe this issue belongs in the state constitution, as it is already within state law. For more details on all issues, visit AIF.com.